Today we're hitting some upper body. Right now we're just gonna do some warm-ups. Some band face pulls with some shoulder rotations. So I've had this issue on both of my shoulders, but this, my right shoulder predominantly. And like, anytime I do this, it just rolls and it clicks and it just keeps going and going. But if I do this face pull, but this motion here, and I hold it and I squeeze, paired with some like wall slides where I throw my hands up and I just extend all the way up and I do a few sets of those, it literally opens the shoulders up. It's ridiculous. And like if I don't do that and I'm doing like a shoulder day where I'm doing like upright rows, the weight is usually pretty heavy, but the weight I'm using will usually like, I'm going slow on the eccentric and like down here on this force coming down, my shoulders will literally like pop and feel like they're like clicking out of place. It's ridiculous. We're gonna do a decline, incline, some flies. We're definitely gonna hit chest today. And then we have a couple tricep workouts. So we're gonna be hitting chest and tris today. But yeah, I'm gonna get this warm up in, kind of get the muscles all warmed up. I just got done doing some mobility. I always do mobility before the warm-ups, which usually consists of a foam roller, rolling out my muscles right after the workday. That feels so amazing. And then coming and hanging from one of these bars and just kind of letting my body decompress for like a minute or so. And then just a couple more exercises, depending on like if it's upper body, lower body. And then I'll come and do like my warm-ups like you're seeing now with the shoulder rotations, the face pulls, the banded push press here. Sometimes I'll do a banded push up. This really gets the muscles warmed up for sure. I can feel like that shoulder already warming up, feeling pretty good. There's this guy who's like blown up basically overnight. His name is Malibu Fitmax, but he basically just got caught faking being like a disabled vet, and everyone's like losing their mind. And then like all the comments are just like veterans that are like taking his side and telling him like it's not like that big of a deal. And so basically what I know is Goob. If you don't know who Goob is, it's this guy who just like, he's basically like the police of all fitness influencers and stuff like that. And like, he somehow just finds out how corrupt everybody is. But like every once in a while he'll post, you know, fitness related stuff that isn't like policing influencers or companies. But yeah, I guess he found out that Malibu was faking his disability, you know, posted it online and everyone's like checking out the information. Well, I guess push comes to shove, Malibu comes out with, I'm skipping some details here, but Malibu comes out with an apology video saying like, yeah, I did do that. I did lie. But from what I know, he was only lying because he was bullied about his looks. And so he faked having a disability, which, I mean, I get it. Like I was bullied growing up, so I get it. But like the argument is like, I guess he like faked having a Purple Heart. And that was like a big deal. And I get it, it's pretty crazy, whatever. But where I'm at, I'm like, honestly, it's not that big of a deal versus like what other people are going through. Sexual assault, sexual battery, sexual harassment online, like bullying people with disabilities. I mean, there's a lot of like crazy people online, especially like the doxing from like Scotty K. Which no one's perfect, everyone's human, but you know, to each their own. If you're gonna do something crazy, you're gonna get called out for it for sure. But in my humble opinion, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, I've been bullied before, so I get it. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. That's my experience. That's why my opinion is the way it is because I've been bullied, especially about my looks. I've been bullied since I was a kid Even like last week or so, someone made a comment about my ears online and at work. So I get it, you know? So to me, it's like, that resonates with me when he said, you know, he was bullied about his looks, so he lied about it. So, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, people have done way worse. And he's like super positive. And like what's going on in the world right now, we definitely need positive. So I think a lot of people are giving him grace, especially with like the times that we're in, his type of content, and the fact that like he didn't hurt anybody, you know, he didn't harm anybody. And the fact that the sponsor that he's with decided to back him up speaks volumes, because of the community spoke for them. Basically, the vets were taking Malibu's side and like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it could have been way worse. Like, he's a positive dude. We need that right now. And sure, he lied. Sure. But nobody's freaking perfect. Like, it's just crazy how like, to the extent some people go to harm other people's like careers and personal lives and put them in jeopardy. And, you know, I also think it's good that he was held accountable. Like, you know, I think Goob did a good job doing investigative work. I think that's awesome. But like, to an extent, you know what I mean? But I don't know. There's gray areas for everything. So I don't know exactly, you know, how far is too far, you know? The guy's not hurt, he's doing well, so, you know, no harm, no foul, right? The max weight that these go to are 75s. So 150 on decline dumbbell bench isn't too bad. I just threw a 25-pound plate underneath the support over here to make it at a slight decline. This is from Dorian Yates's like playbook. So that's a good stretch. I'm not holding anything, but I'm counting 3 seconds on the eccentric. And just like those 3 seconds, you know, working the stabilizers. I mean, it's really good work. Plus the fatigue that I feel right now, it feels amazing. That was my second set and I'm already feeling a nice pump. Thanks to the warm up, I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm gonna hit another set. We're gonna try and do 60 seconds in between each set. So it's about that time. We've got plenty enough work to do after this. So I got one more set here and then we'll jump into the next exercise. Yeah, I'm feeling it. First set we did 40s on the incline and I'm keeping my hands and my elbows in line instead of like keeping it nice and tight, my elbows tucked. You know, I'm keeping my hands and elbows in the same line and holy crap, a big difference. So let's go ahead and try it. This is going to be our second set. Oh. Die. Hey. The stretch on that is absolutely filthy. I'm getting a crazy stretch right here. Now, I'm not going all the way down where my elbows dip, like past parallel, just far enough where I'm getting nice tension right there. That's a crazy stretch for me. Crazy stretch. That's basically like where my hands are, is where like the bar would be, where like by my chin and not like down on my chest. So just low enough. Getting a crazy stretch. And I'm not locking my elbows out either. I'm coming right about right here, right before lockout. Keeping the tension the whole time with the slow eccentrics. That's crazy. And that was just 40 pounds. 40 pounds each. Holy crap, that feels good. Okay, well, I got two more. I got set 3 and 4. I'm gonna up the weight. Probably go from 40s to 50s because I'm going from 8 reps to 6 reps. Bro, did you guys hear about Young LA? Young LA is just on some controversial type beat like all the time. They hired back another influencer who did abuse, who was kicked off for animal abuse, and now there's a couple Hispanic influencers that are going through like cyberbullying. It's actually pretty crazy. Cyberbullying is me calling it lightly what it really is. Here we go. That's why we got a Gymshark shirt on today. Yeah, we're gonna go up and weight. Okay, I got a pretty good stretch on those. Ran the 60s for 6. For 6, that was good. So 120 on that one. I got a good stretch. It wasn't like too heavy. So I was like holding the eccentrics just a little bit longer. I'm gonna knock out some dumbbell flies now. It's flat, so I'm gonna be on the ground. I could do it on the bench, I could do it on the ground, whatever. But basically flat in the up position and then go to my elbows, or basically parallel, and get a really good stretch. I'm not going deep, I'm not going out wide, just nice where the elbows are parallel and right back up. I'm squeezing at the top. So I'm gonna knock out a few sets of those. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, feeling a crazy stretch right here. Oh, holy crap. Chest feels amazing right now. Getting like crazy stretches right here. Oh, and these are 30s, by the way. These are 30s. These are very heavy. I'm sure there's people that are flying 60s, like some big bodies, but as you should. We're in a calorie deficit right now. We're on a cut, which, believe it or not, our calories are 3,000, which for some people that's a bulk. If you're a big body like myself, it's kind of a calorie deficit. I need to get more steps in the day, just because of weather. Sometimes it's cold. We do a lot more, we use a lot more equipment. We have jobs that are just like more equipment friendly during like the cold. So I need to get more steps. So I'm gonna try and delegate a little bit of time either after the gym and or before I go to work so I can get some more steps in. I really want to take this cut a little bit more serious. And I'm trying to get at least like 12 to 13,000 steps a day. So yeah, if you guys want me to go more into my calorie deficit and why I'm eating 3,000 calories a day, I'll make a separate video for that. You guys let me know. I'm gonna knock out one more set and then go right into the next exercise. This is my last set on these flies, and I'm gonna superset them with cable pull downs, but I'm not gonna show you guys my cable pull downs unless you really wanna see it, but my phone's almost at 30%, so I'm gonna knock this out. I got some skull crushers, and then if I got enough juice, then I'll show you guys my last lift, which is gonna be a close bench, which is really gonna test me. That's really gonna suck. We got 3-second eccentrics, holding at the top for 2 for 12 reps. One more. Oh yeah, feeling good. So we're gonna assume that the bar itself is 25 pounds. We're gonna do a close grip for 8. So let's throw 90 up on there. And then just kind of get a feel for it. I'm sure we can bust out, what is this, 90, 115 for 8, close grip. If not, cancel me. 245, baby. 240 lightweight. The actual bench itself had I wouldn't call it a bench. It's a platform. There's 2 platforms that have like the actual free bar, like the barbell. Somebody's doing landmine presses. And the other person's, they're doing like lunge squats with it. Slow it down. 6, 7, 8. We're gonna do 4 sets of this. I like this weight. It's not like incredibly heavy, but with the 3-second eccentrics, it feels pretty good. I was really hoping to get the barbell so I could work on my stabilizers, but you know, they're doing completely different exercises, and I'm not gonna wait till they're done when I have available machines. I always tell somebody, like, instead of just like, I never get upset. I never get upset if there's a machine or a weight that's taken. I will go find an alternative and get it done. You know, I just don't understand how like people get super upset that there's like, you know, oh, they're on the equipment, they're taking their time, da da da. Like, it's their journey. It's not yours, brother. Like, move on. They ain't got a barbell, go to the Smith machine. You ain't got a Smith machine, go to a dumbbell. You ain't got a dumbbell, go to the chest press machine. Like, come on, it's not that hard, you know? Like, I get some people are super anal, but like people who are really about that life, they don't act like that, in my opinion. We gotta jump into the next set. My phone's about to die. I'm gonna try and get some cardio after this as well. And I also did not record any of my tricep movements. I'll talk about that in a second. Scoot up just a hair. Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect. I did not record any of my tricep movements. I did cable push downs. I did skull crushers. And then I guess this would be my last tricep movement, really. So I got 2 more sets of this. Because of my battery's probably getting low, I'm gonna save a little bit of juice for the pump. We're back from training. Got all showered up. The family's watching me make the video. Bubba's not paying attention, so we're okay. Here's dinner for tonight. Got some carrots. Mama Doo made it for us. We got 3 sliders all together. It's 3 Hawaiian buns and about 6 ounces of shredded chicken. So I'll leave the macros on the screen for you guys, but this is very good. Air fried carrots go crazy. Oh yeah. Cheers. That was so good.
That chicken is called crack chicken.
This is so good. Oh my god. Is it good? Is it yummy?
Bite. Look. Dip it. Take a bite.
Is it yummy?
Here.
You don't know what to think?
It's his first time trying that barbecue sauce.
You got some dip on there?
Yeah, I put some dip on my sandwich for him. Here, you want a bite?
Boop.
Yeah. Okay. I put that down. You eat it.
Yo, shout out to Bucked Up. I am one of their ambassadors. And shout out to everybody who's been using my code because of you guys, I've been able to, every time you guys use my code, I don't get money. I get points, which then rewards me with like a store credit where I can actually go buy more supplements. And the last time I bought my supplement, I was able to save up quite a bit of my points. I bought a bunch of protein, pre-workout, and I was able to cop this shirt. So I appreciate you guys for supporting me and using my code. And shout out to Bucked Up again. This shirt is super awesome. I love this one. It's like, it didn't shrink when I washed it. It's like not super baggy, but like I sized up and it's baggy. It's just perfect. And I love it. So shout out to Bucked Up and shout out to you guys. So dinner was actually a big success. It was really good. I literally hit my macros. I think I was like 20 calories away from 3,000 calories, but I always give myself like a few calories here and there. That way, you know, if I go over, it's not like too crazy. If I'm under, it's not crazy, but I think I was under like 16 calories. So it looks like I'm having water for the rest of the night. No big deal. I'm good. I got maybe an hour or so before I go lay down. I got to clean up the kitchen. I got to pack lunches. The baby is getting a bath right now, so I need to hurry up and get all of this done. All right, so we got plenty of chicken left over. We're gonna meal prep some of this for tomorrow. Gonna make a couple of sandwiches for me. Gonna make a couple sandwiches for Mama. And then the baby, he's gonna get something else. He didn't really like dinner today, so we'll have to get him something else. But yeah, that's kind of how we do it. We usually just like meal prep dinner. After we eat dinner, we just kind of meal prep it for tomorrow. And I like it because a lot of our meals are chicken. So I'll get to meal prep lunch and an extra meal out of it. So it's a big win-win for us. And it works out for us because then we get to spend time together. We get to cook dinner together. And then we have meal prep for like the next day. So that just works for us. I know a lot of people meal prep like on Sunday. Like what I'll do is like I'll meal prep maybe like extra chicken breasts, and I'll always meal prep a bunch of rice or pasta. But yeah, that's just kind of how we do it. I like that. It's good for us, and do I have enough to save that? It works for us, and it helps me hit my protein goal. Speaking of which, right now, I just, like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. I dropped from 3,200 calories. Now I'm down to 3,000 calories. But the protein's the same. I'm still getting 300 grams of protein a day. I get maybe 100 of that from whey isolate. And then the rest of it I'm getting mostly from like chicken. Some days is ground turkey. Maybe once a week it's from beef. But for the majority of it, it's from chicken. I know he's got some carrots I gotta. The carrots were honey glazed and oh my God, so fire. Cause they were air fried with the honey glaze. So they were perfect. Bub's getting his hair washed right now. And he hates getting his hair washed. I don't blame him. Let's see, for me, for mom, and I still have to make something for Murdoch. So basically the reason why I dropped my calories is because I was at 3,200 for a long time and I was losing weight. Then over the holidays, I enjoyed myself. I didn't go too crazy. I put on like 10 pounds. However, after the holidays, I went, you know, I was still counting my calories through the holidays, except for like Thanksgiving and Christmas around there. We had a couple parties we went to and I didn't go overkill, but I just didn't count my calories and I just enjoyed myself. And like I said, I put on 10 pounds, not that crazy. However, I went back to my diet, 3,200 calories. And I mentioned this earlier. I was like, it's probably because it's been colder and, when it's colder, the jobs that we do basically just have us like running more equipment. So I haven't really been able to get my steps in. So I was at 3,200 calories and I was basically just maintaining my weight. So I talked to my coach about it and he's like, well, you know, let's just lower the calories by 200. We'll cut out 50 grams of carbs and we'll just see what happens. So that's exactly what we did. We cut out 50 grams of carbs and I can definitely feel it. I can see a difference like in the gym already on my fourth set on the incline dumbbell press. I had 75s and like those last like 2 or 3 reps, I'm doing 3-second eccentrics and I can just feel it. I'm like, oh yeah. The energy is just not there. Like I'm able to push it up still, but like usually I don't struggle like that bad. And it's like, it's crazy to see that much of a difference. I'm gonna give her 3 slides and then I'm gonna take 3 slides. And it sounds like Murdoch is ready to get out of the bath because I'm getting yelled at. So I gotta go pick him up out the bath, brush his teeth. We'll get him dressed, ready, boots on, and we'll just put him down for bed. And I'm gonna try and get caught up on the Fallout season 2. We're behind like 3 or 4 episodes, so still got some stuff to do, some stuff to knock out. So I'm gonna leave it here. I appreciate you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share the video, and I will see you in the next video.